forge your history. Someone is a dark tank with a last chance. Advancing evolution is our people's sympathetic attempt to preserve your romance without the destruction. You're locked in a trance. Coming armies of doom, there is no escape. Shivering monkeys obsessed with murder and rape. The arms of history right from magnetic tape. One last chance for your future for us to reshape. Apathetic biopsy. Never as good as me. Burst of weakness, become free. Time to forge your history.
That might help. several days in the show. You know, looking for pylons as we agreed upon, and I have things to report, so I'm ready to do show.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're on our YouTube channel now, so you can describe to everybody all these things we can't see.
Well, see, you think that that's not going to play, and
no, I
think
don't think that's the whole point. Is that I'm not thinking. I don't have to think to just know.
We're doing YouTube without using the visual aspect of the medium.
It's kind of like when we had the radio show and we told everybody about this cool stuff we were looking at.
You'll see.
Those were the good old days, you know?
Yeah, hey, listen, we're going to hear that on the radio. We can't have that. You'll have to sit quietly like an Amish woman in the corner or start producing the show like Argus 6 does. Because you've been slacking way too long, Karen. You think you're going to sit there and watch Riverdale on your iPod while I'm doing show? You're sadly mistaken. That'll cut us right off of YouTube. And Argus, he's telling me right now, Argus Fox is saying, no, Frank, we can't have copyrighted stuff in the background. I have some production things I'm going to have to work out on my end. That's right.
I got a production thing to work out. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Oh, and she wants me to... Oh, don't you have some wired headphones? Like I should be reduced to using some kind of 18th World War, Civil War century technology. Like I'm fighting them. Oh. I'm having hot chocolate while I'm camping. On the other side of the camper now. What? It doesn't. Well, you can turn it off, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I wish I had a TV tray. I'll be home. Why would I do that? That's the better thing. Just, I don't care about the noise. That industrial sound of the blower motor making that noise, that's just pure radio goodness. We would have to pay money to somebody who's created this noise, and we're getting it for free. We used to
Here comes
see Tyler
the
Swift.
here comes the magic. Give them
Magic.
the juice. Juicers.
See if your pens are charged up, Ted. They turn red when you close it out. It's odd. I feel like that still needs to charge. What about that other weed pen?
Broadcasting live from Hypercube Super Secret Laboratory, Sub-Basement 27, deep in the bowels, trenched in fear and love in Orlando, Florida. This is time for the show, your weekly Hypercubism radio update, broadcasting to you, edition Pylon Node 122820. This is Dr. Fox reporting to you from Hypercube Central Control, and out in the field by some sort of miraculous, ingenious device, we have via phone, it's Pease. Hi, Pease, how are you?
Oh my God!
Can you read me?
I can't even tell you how excited I am.
Can you hear me, Pease?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Okay,
Pease.
good. I'm out here in the wild. You, Terrence, we're doing radio right now. You'll have to watch Riverdale later. We are out in the wilderness, as you might know. We are in the research vessel, Off the Ground 1, NCC 14753B, Shuttlecraft 4, and we are researching pylon excavations and installations, reservations throughout the NPS system throughout America. And we are here at Lake Mead Recreational Area, Las Vegas Bay, as we speak, inspecting pylon installations taking place in front of our very eyes every single day that we've been in this refuge. And I'll tell you, Fox, it's an exciting time to be
there
in the hypercubism.
It
To
certainly
know
is.
what's going on with these pylons. To know that it's the hypercubism that's taking place across the world and people not thinking that is enabling these pylons to be created, as well as the generous Patreon resources that we are using right now. You're seeing your Patreon dollars being utilized in the field. We would not be able to have done this research vessel that the peas and the carrots are in right now had it not been for your generous Patreon contributions. So if you're listening in time for the show right now and excited as I am about pylons being created throughout the entire Lake Mead region, then you know your money's gone to good use.
What's really handy is that the mobile research unit came preloaded with syringes.
Correct. All kinds of syringes. And some of them seem to be still usable.
Well, they're all still usable, Peas.
If
not
you're
with that
willing to go
attitude.
that far. Not with that attitude.
Not with that
Oh,
attitude.
nice. Throwback to season 1.
It's
episode 4.
Yeah, it's our big end of the year special. So, Peas, let me ask you, how easy has it been to tow around a camper for the past couple of days?
Well, I'll tell you what we did. We used our not thinking agenda, and what we did is we parked the camper the first day and then just left it here.
Perfect. So what kind of tests
they
are
don't
you
seem-
conducting on the pylons that you found in your immediate area?
Well, so far, on first appearance, they seem to be made of concrete with a metal core on the inside. But I have a chisel and hammer set, and I have drilled into a couple of them, and it appears to be that they are indeed just a piece of rebar with concrete. But I believe the electronic components that control pylons as we know them have been made and rendered invisible to my simian primate visual spectrum. And that's why I'm not seeing what I would expect to see.
Did you bring your glasses with you?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and they were of no use.
Now, these pylons that have you already begun smashing them with your science stick? Or have you,
Yes.
Okay, so you've already begun on that. Which pylons were you striking? Now, you say that they were concrete on the outside with metal on the inside. How did you find out that there was metal on the inside?
By smashing the concrete all on the outside with a hammer.
That's extrapolating. You're extrapolating.
Yeah. Now, however, I was cited for this activity and told if I was caught doing it again, I would be removed from the park, which I thought was odd because it is a national park and has the P's, and I have a special card.
It's open game.
You know,
it's free game.
It's open game. Yeah, exactly. Why? If you didn't want me to smash these pylons, why did you put them here? They weren't here a few weeks ago.
No, they seem to be just coming up right out of the ground.
They're popping up everywhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a sign of the apocalypse, I'm almost positive.
It is. We've had 2 major national pylon sightings here in the mainstream, lamestream media. You ever heard that before? You ever heard anybody call it the lamestream media? That's an original concept that I came up with.
Of outside of Nevada happened in Tennessee, I believe the day before yesterday.
We call that Little Nevada.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Well, it's good to know that replacement parts are going to be super cheap for you. I'm glad that you've been able to divert so many. Do you have a separate set of steer horns for the camper? I don't want to call it the camper, for the auxiliary research vehicle.
It's the
you referred to it earlier as a shuttlecraft, but a shuttlecraft would have its own mode of propulsion, I believe. And
well, if you remember, we had a problem with the state
little overdrive
telling
there.
me that the horns were too wide for the Jeep. And there was a protest given out, and apparently the governor has signed a recent petition that was submitted to him that will allow me, the P's, and only the P's, to drive with cow horns on his Jeep that exceed the width of the Jeep. So I will be able to maintain that presence. But yes, we have thought of maybe not cow horns per se or bull horns, but maybe some kind of sheep horn or something for the auxiliary research vessel. But we'll see. We come across a lot of corpses. As you know, before we saw the burning bones of a donkey one time in the desert. We don't know what killed it or if indeed they were donkey bones, but they were bones on fire in the desert, and there was no one around to acquiesce on what had happened. But there was no pylons involved in that. I think we need to focus more on the pylon emergence activity that's taken place here in southern Nevada that is unique, and it's scary. I know that you've had pylon sightings in southern Florida. Do you think it's a southern-related phenomenon, or do you think pylons are just showing up everywhere?
Well, I don't know if I really call, like, Utah the South, you know?
Well, I said southern Nevada is southern Utah, so, you know, you're getting pretty kind of...
It's like that's the Southwest. It's almost like the central. That's almost like the central Southwest. It's like you're not even counting out there. It's just a bunch of
But
desert
what
and
is that?
sand. It's just a bunch of sand, Peas. What kind of region is
Fox.
that?
Fox, where should our viewers expect to see pylons appearing next?
Pylons are known. Well, there are two ways that you can expect to see pylons. One are the ones that you're building, because you should be erecting
Correct.
pylons. This is obviously a sign of good hypercubism. Notice that hypercube literature has reached these areas where these pylons have been sighted. And only within a matter of weeks of hypercubist literature reaching the masses do pylons start appearing. Now, we could be experiencing pylon node integrations, space-time ruptures known as warps.
That's what I was thinking.
And
Fox.
these are
That we were
pylons from
experiencing a
alternate
pylon node
realities.
integration experience. That's exactly what I thought.
So but it could be something to throw us off. You know?
What,
This
what-
could
what
be
would throw
something,
us
this
off?
could be 100% complete fake news. And it's a complete hoax. It could be somebody preparing to
We don't
start
wanna be
downplaying hypercubism.
We don't want to be dupes, Fox.
We have to be careful. And it's easy
we
to be
do.
careful when you don't think. Just, sit back and don't think. We'll take care of it.
Can I ask you a question?
Notice that Hypercube Labs got no
What's
mention
the
in
most-
these in
what's
the
most
press.
you would pay for sunglasses, Fox? What's the most you would pay for sunglasses?
Like about $4.98.
That's exactly the correct answer. Anything more than that, and you are feeding the con.
Now I noticed that
You are preventing pylons from being made when you buy expensive sunglasses.
now Peas,
God, I
do you
can't
wear
get
do you
people
wear
to
sunglasses,
understand that.
Peas?
I do wear sunglasses.
Yeah. Where did you get your sunglasses?
At the sunglasses hut?
Are they prescription sunglasses? Are they special so they correct your vision?
Well, they are the Peas' sunglasses. And as such, when I put them on, I see things in a Peas-like manner. So in that sense, I'm going to say yes.
So good for driving. Or
Yes,
good
that-
enough
that's
good
good
enough
for
for
driving.
driving. Good enough for driving.
Correct. Good
Okay.
enough for driving.
How much did you pay
Stare
for
at the
those sunglasses?
Well, now, here's the thing.
Oh,
Many people
Now,
will
I've
notice
heard
that
this
Peace
before.
wears a very expensive sunglasses, but those were all donated to me, and so I paid nothing for them.
I
So in
thought you
that
said you
sense-
got them from the sunglasses hut
Right. Well,
next to the
they
Bavarian
sell
waffle
Peace.
stand
Do you
and the
know-
escalators.
Do you understand what it means to be an influencer, like on Instagram?
You ever drop a slinky on an escalator?
I have done that for money. Yes,
It's hours
but
of
I'm
fun.
ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you ask me?
Can you hear the industrial noises coming from the engines and the power drive of the auxiliary research vessel?
Yeah, it's coming in nice and clear. I like that. Can we
Isn't
get
it
some more
fabulous?
of that actually?
I think we should.
Can you
record
turn
this for
that up?
posterity. I think it's important for people to understand we're not joking around here. I'm actually
No, we
in the
never
middle
joke.
of the desert. We're in the middle of the desert. We are researching the emergence of pylons in the Lake Mead area. It's been attributed to recent UFO activity, which we documented 2 weeks ago on a Facebook video. It's all there if you'll just be woke enough to see it. But here we are, the peas and the carrots in Auxiliary Research Vessel 1, proving, without a doubt, that pylons are spontaneously appearing in the Lake Mead region soon after hypercubism was discovered amongst the people of the world. So I mean, you just can't discount shit like that, people. It's proof, in a sense, that hypercubism is true.
We won't discount it, but we might mark it as on sale.
It's fabulous. On sale? What do you do? Can you buy hypercubism?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can. You can totally buy it. Oh, it's super easy, Peas. Man, I don't have all of our same zippy doodah music like we used to have. Where's the? Come on, give me the fun chipper time. No, that's not the chipper time. Give me the happy doodah. There we go. Why, if you, Peas, wanted to know how to learn all about hypercubism, you could be a big smart guy and go to packslack.com, an actual website that sells things like hypercubism and triology soaps and albums by Rubik's Cube and Negative at Night and all the Dobbs.town people. And we've got pictures of peas for sale. It's all available now at www.theinternet.net.
Be quiet because I was disturbing other people in the campground with my exuberant guitar playing and shouting out about Slackpack.com! And she doesn't like that. But I think Slackpack.com is worth talking about.
What was the website, Peas?
Slackpack.com!
Spell that.
Slackpack.com.
We're losing you, Peas. Sounds like you're fading into sub-ether signal disturbance in your area. Can you calibrate your knob?
Is it atmospheric conditions?
For in your vicinity, always.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Maybe. So, Peas, the last time that you were in this area, you had encountered an unidentified object that was flying. Have you seen anything like that on your trip so far? Excuse me, your excursion. Have you heard anything on your excursion so far?
We haven't as of yet.
Oh,
however,
darn.
Yeah, you can't call these things. But I have been searching the skies in a southeasterly vector looking for evidence of extraterrestrials. I'm thinking maybe they have something to do with the pylons, but I'm beginning to think that that's a red herring, because it seems like the pylons are totally unrelated to the extraterrestrial sightings that we've seen here in Lake Mead. They just seem to want to buy some weed and do anal probing, and that's all they're interested in. They have no idea what we're talking about when we go on about the pylons.
But you've got everything else covered.
Yeah, the anal probing and the other stuff. I'm all up there for it, but they get discouraged. They're like, we don't know what you mean with the pylons, Peas. We're not doing the pylons.
Wow. So of course you've been giving them, copies of the Hypercube pamphlet, because you remember that the Hypercube pamphlet is able to be run through a copy machine, and you can make copies for it super cheap if you just run it through that top slot, double side.
Here's the thing.
Super easy, right? Because how many brochures have you printed off so far, Peas?
Oh my God, you have no idea, because I just found out from our space alien friends, it turns out that hypercubism is the #1 religion on over 60 galaxies across the universe.
And it's
just
way past
really
Uranus.
caught on everywhere you go, except here. It seems to be be the #1 go-to religion. And no one outside of Spectre 1584 is even buying sunglasses that cost $3, much less $4.98. So it's really something that, while it may not have benefited our species, seems to have really brought a lot of peace and goodness to the rest of the universe, which is all we really care about.
Well, that and big money has decided to put a paywall on us and anybody that is receiving this signal outside of this planet or reality. And there, we are not able to get a single Zarlod or a Schmorple on the Patreon or their equivalent in other galaxies, which is surprisingly in every existence it's just called Patreon.
8 Quantoons on the newcomer.
8 what?
8 Quantoons. It's a reference to an old Star Trek episode where these like glowing brain things would bet on humanoids' activities, and Kirk got involved with them in some kind of shenanigan.
Should I totally flex right now? Can I flex? Here it comes, Peas. It's not. What did you say they were?
I said Quantoons.
That is
incorrect.
Incorrect. You want one more shot at it?
No, let's hear what the real word is.
Well, and I believe Aster 6 can confirm this as the actual, because she watches all the Star Treks, and but I believe that the betting currency was a Quatlu. Judges?
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Quantoon and Quatlu, that the concept was passed, and I should get a pass on that.
No.
That most people knew what I meant.
Not when you're wrong. See, I wasn't even thinking, and I knew that. That's how easy it is, Peas. And you started concocting your little joke, and you started thinking about it. Didn't work out. I knew it.
Listen, why is it that peas and carrots are in Auxiliary Research Vessel 1, and you and Aster 6 are at home base, living in the laps of luxury in a 27-layer compound with, security and thin asparagus stalks and rabbits and all kinds of stuff, and we're out here in the desert looking for UFOs?
Yeah, you're in
How
a
does that work
lapse
out?
of luxury. And thank you, Scalpod posted. It's a Quatlu. How did I know that?
Although, I will tell you, during our downtime, we are watching season 4 of Mad Men on DVD.
That's not what we're not paying you for that. We can't do that. Those aren't billable hours.
I said that I was doing that, but we're not doing that then if you're not paying us. No, we've been researching this entire time.
That's good. That's where all the resources are supposed to be going. So, Peas,
that's where they are.
How is the latrine in the auxiliary unit?
It's pretty good. It flushes. Now, here's the thing.
It flushes.
Two-step thing.
Wow.
We do this.
So it's pop up and poop out.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I didn't know what you were asking. If it's not dark time and I'm not as scared, I will walk up to the toilets that they have that are common to the whole camp. But at nighttime, I have just like this pee bottle that I go into. And then
and
when
you
I
brought
leave,
that from home, right?
I just throw that out the window of my Jeep down in the canyon because no one will see it down there. And eventually some animal will need that moisture to sustain itself.
No, Peas,
so
you're impeding
I'm
evolution. You and the octonauts. I have an entire diatribe I could go on about that. You know, if you're going to build an underwater or a desert research station, you can't just go out and rescue the blobfish, Peas. You can't just go out and push a whale back off of the beach. You're working against the natural order. Leave them be. Leave them be.
Okay.
And think about all of the animals that are going to rehydrate themselves on your urine tonight. All the satiated thirsts that you're going to you're going to throw off an entire ecosystem. And then you're going to have something crawl in to live in your pee bottle, and it's going to have protection from the elements for a few more days. And now 4 birds have died because one scorpion didn't get eaten and regurgitated to its babies. How could you? How could you? I can't believe it. I have heard deplorable things in my time, but I never thought that I would see you in line with the Octonauts.
So, Fox.
Yeah, what's up?
The ranger gave us like this bill for the internet and the site and stuff, and we were like, hey, we're doing research for Hypercube Laboratories.com, and he didn't seem to know what that was, and he seemed to care about it even less. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these exposure bucks, but we got a pretty good tab running up here with the auxiliary research vessel with electricity and radar access and,
Well, you handed him a couple of complimentary reality augmentation decal stabilizers, right?
I tried to give him the augmentation reality decals, and he said that if I stuck any of those up anywhere, not even on a pylon, he would cite me. So I was like disturbed by that because I thought that for sure they would want those.
I thought that'd be a big thing for you. I don't think anyone's ever cited Peas.
Well,
that could have been it. That was what the exposure bucks were for, Peas.
Fuck, dude, it's just all going bad. Except for crushing that one pylon and finding that piece of rebar in it. Now, we've got some video that when we get back to base camp, we're going to upload of us smashing a pylon. But,
which is which is almost entirely contrarian to what Hypercube Central philosophy is.
But how are we going to know if it's a real pylon or not if we don't smash
We didn't put it up.
Okay.
It didn't have a Hypercube serial number on it. So I guess you are acting on a good side of caution.
It's not a valid pylon. You can't tell if it's a real pylon until you smash it.
That is pretty much the essence of it. But remember to keep as many pieces as you can and bring them home with you. Every time you break them down, to bring them and send them to me. Yep. Just regular post.
Do you have a good song break for us today, Fox?
A song break? Why would we do that? Do we still do that?
Well, 'cause that's what radio shows do. They take a little song break of some non-proprietary music that one of their friends has made that they can promote and not get shut down because YouTube's a bunch of fucking bullshit assholes. And that's what you do at this time of the show.
Why, Peas, that sounds like a great idea. So I will do just that. And, we played this one a couple of weeks ago, but it's a good one. So I'm going to try and get this one stuck in your head. Don't think this is Nate Marks and Rubik's Cube with COVID Girl. Available at packslack.com or exclusively at music.packslack.com. It's that easy.
You can't tell if it's really a pylon until you smash it.
Go smash them. We'll be right back with more show.
COVID girl. COVID baby. Take one.
I would have some hot chocolate. It's probably perfect right now. Fucking Chaz is drinking half of my my hot chocolate, probably, Carrots.
She's got COVID in her smile. She's got COVID in her eyes. She's got COVID in her kisses.
What do you think of the show so far, Carrots?
Oh, loving in the sky.
Have you enjoyed it? This is the closest you've been to the show in a long time. You're like right in the thick of the show. You're talking about you were there at the pylon experience. What'd you think of it?
No more than 25
We smashed that pylon with the hammer and the ranger came up and said, why are you doing that? And you were like, no medication.
You want to get knocked.
Are you watching Riverdale instead of listening to me?
Walking back the car. It ain't a healthy kind of love, but only kind of love that gets me out.
I hope this doesn't get our whole show banned. YouTube noticed that it's Riverdale. They're like, oh, we gotta our response to this show.
She's my sexy girl.
If it happens, we'll know who to blame.
Stay home with your quarantine queen, but I'd rather be with COVID baby instead. No more than 25 people come to the party. We're serving men during hot dog.
If you want to get
That guy's song.
Hey, I'm social distance. COVID baby, give me space. Good kisses on your covered lips. Oh, face mask, the basic baby. Wake up, sanitizer. With disinfectant wipes. Go grab sanitizer. What do you want is what's going
Manny and Robin.
No more than 25 people! I'm coming to the party!
And Mountain Dew.
We're serving men for a hot dog! On the news today, it's maybe a day. Stay home with your quarantine queen, but I'd rather be with my COVID baby instead. Love when it's planted. My vision is 2020. Give me some back to baby. Come on, girl. Come on, baby. Come on, you take my breath away. My breath is taken. Vaccines should intervene. In the new world order. COVID party. Invitation formal. It's a new world order. It's a new normal. I got 6 feet. You got 6 feet. 6 feet of sun, social love and distance. You know what you do from me to you. Boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, Batsu. Boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, boo hand, boo hand,
Brand
Batsu.
new letter, Kenny.
Got it, baby, 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 got it, baby.
You're listening to Time for the Show, broadcasting live on freethinkradio.com and simulcast on youtube.com/freethinkradio. And speaking of Freethink Radio, the freethinkradio.com show that is mostly music and always different is Reverend Fanboy's Fun Time. Every Tuesday, you'll enjoy 20th Century Radio broadcasts at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Fun Time at 10, Old Time Radio at midnight, and instrumental long plays after that on freethinkradio.com. And don't forget, every day you'll touch your face. You're probably touching your face right now, which is disgusting. Your hands could easily come into contact with surfaces riddled with coliform, staph, listeria, and fecal material traces. This can increase your likelihood to get sick and potentially infect others. That's where Triology Soaps comes to the rescue. Washing your hands with Triology Soaps is scientifically proven to reduce the risk of self and cross-contamination. Don't risk your life any longer. Get clean and go to packslack.com for Triology Soaps. Oh, yeah! All right, we're checking back in with my main boy, and, Peas, you always, when we say hunker down, but I guess you can kind of hamper down. That's cute.
Well, I'm hoping that things are not as disjointed as I'm hearing on my end. I'm hoping that Triology Soap commercial was much clearer on Freethink Radio and our twin feed YouTube.com, because it's important information that's relayed in not only the TriologySoaps.com commercial. That
You don't think?
do,
You
'cause we
think
want
I might
people
have
to be
messed
clean.
it up?
No,
Did I
it was
do
cutting
something wrong?
Cut out for me
Maybe-
quite a bit.
Maybe
and I
it
want to
was.
make sure that people get the opportunity to listen to Reverend Fanboy's stupid show, because it puts a lot of his fucking heart into it. And even though, whatever, he deserves to have his bit done without it cutting out. On my end, it cut out. It's probably good for everybody else, but whatever. He
Go
probably
on. Well,
doesn't
tell
care.
everybody, Peas. You don't even need the copy. Sell Reverend Fanboy's Fun Time. You got 20 seconds. Go.
Well, here's the thing. He's an irritating guy, but he does have pretty good taste in music, and he plays some really deep, long, weird tracks that a lot of us find interesting and would like to listen to from time to time. He's got a big breakup where he does this bit, and then later on, as he goes deeper into his little madness, he plays other songs, and then pretty soon there's old-time radio things going on. You just don't know what you're going to get from Reverend Fanboy, and I guess that's what's great about him, and I guess that's what's irritating about him. But it's okay, because he's done radio with Peas, and we are pals, even though we might be negative pole and positive pole, or positive pole and negative pole. But regardless, it's a good show, and he's starting to become part of the freethinkradio.com family, and I feel it's important for you to give him a chance, even though he's probably wrong on a lot of things that you think about, and you're like, dude, that's just stupid. But sometimes he'll tell you something and you'll be like, wow, like, Irish people really weren't slaves. And you might have thought that for a long time, and then he said that, and you looked into it, and you realized, oh yeah, chattel slavery versus indentured servitude is totally different things. And so you learn something. So it's not like he's a total asshole. You do learn stuff. But he's wrong about other stuff too, but he won't admit to it. But other than that, it's a great radio show, and you should listen to it. Reverend Fanboy Show.
Good job, Peas. I'm glad that we keep you on top of that. You're the oil in my lamp because you are so slippery with that. The soaps were good though, right?
Right? The soaps are fabulous. I haven't had stank ass in weeks.
Perfect. Well, it's on to my favorite part of the show. It's Cube News. All the news that's fit to Cube. And this week, it's pretty easy. First up, Fergan Friday t-shirt pre-orders are available. You can totally go pick up, throw them up there on the big screen. Head on over to packslack.com. You can click the big button that says Fergan Friday Battle Smasher t-shirt. Remember, show your support for independent broadcasting. Get a t-shirt, damn it.
Can we buy slackpack.com right away just in case and point it at packslack.com?
I don't know. Maybe Slack Pack isn't available. Isn't that like a craft pudding thing?
I don't know. Is Scalpot online? He would know right away.
Well, as soon as we search for it, Peas, you've said it out loud on live internet radio. So someone's going to buy it, and we're not going to get it. Someone's going to buy it right now because you've said it. Probably a robot or Caller 23.
Some German, Australian, Canadian fuck is going to fuck us out of it.
We had it coming. Look at this year. Thanks, 2020.
Yeah, thanks for fucking our show.
All right, it's on to my favorite part of the show. It's the P.O. Box, where we read your actual letters that you send to email at timefortheshow.com. Our executive producer and queen of the floating microphone, Priestess Asterisk 6, is going to read off some of the emails here. That way I can help you, Peas. I'm going to help you.
Oh, it's going to be fabulous.
So I haven't heard these.
I need help.
What's your favorite part of answering letters?
The joy that I bring to the writer.
Is that what you're bringing to them?
Yeah, with my answers to the dilemmas that they are faced in their life, knowing that once they hear the wisdom of Peas bestowed upon them and that their problems will be solved, it gives me great solace.
What is solace, Peas?
It's like a hard-on, but it doesn't involve touching yourself.
All right. It's on to my favorite part of the show, spelling Peas. This week's word, super easy, Peas. You know this one, is rebar.
Wait a minute. Do I need...
Peas picked up a piece of rebar.
R-E-B-A-R, rebar. R-E-B-A-R, rebar.
Judges? I'm sorry, that's incorrect. We'll have to try again next week.
How you doing? Are they gone?
I'm pissed now.
You got those.
But wait a minute, you said all the other stuff and then we didn't do them.
We did them. They asked me, little Billy Johannesson of West Kneecap, Indiana, told me that he wanted you to spell rebar.
It's R-E-B-A-R. How else would you spell it?
It's incorrect, Peas.
It's not incorrect.
Well, I would tell you to look it up, but I don't need your bandwidth going anywhere, so you're just going to have to trust me on it. Don't think about it. It's super easy. All right, on to my favorite part of the show. It's the Proving Grounds, where we go over today's wackiest headlines. Oh! How many people, man, it's been a good week.
It's going to be wacky.
I didn't have any have any RV or camper jokes for you this week, Peas. I feel so unprepared. I feel like I'll make up for it in the next hour with chopping block.
I don't know why you would make those kind of jokes when I'm actually with Carrots in an auxiliary research vehicle. I don't know why RV or camper jokes would be appropriate when someone is in an auxiliary research vehicle researching science things at your request and the Patreon's money. You're the one who said, please go out and see if there's pylons in the desert, and that's what I'm doing. So don't fucking make it into an RV joke kind of thing. It truly is an auxiliary research vessel, motherfucker. And we're out here looking at the pylons that you, the doctor, sent us to see. We didn't want to come see pylons. We were like, oh, we can watch Riverdale at home and binge it and watch all 6 seasons. But no, Dr. Fox said, go buy a pop-up auxiliary research vehicle and go to Lake Mead and see if these pylons are really popping up, and smash them with your hammer and see if there's a piece of rebar, R-E-B-A-R, in it. And then we'll know if the fucking hypercubism thing is really taking fucking hold. And so I did all that shit. And the Patreons paid for all of it. And you want to fucking make an RV joke. What's your RV joke? Let's hear it. I'm sure it's hilarious.
Yes, I didn't have
I'm sure
one.
It's hilarious.
Said I didn't have
Well,
one.
you should have one if you're going to fucking open up. All right.
I was hurting. I thought I could just open up to you a little bit. But I'll remember not to do that in the future. All right, on to the first headline. What we got from Aster 6 over at the news desk.
All right, so today we've got Adidas is trying to formulate a new mushroom-based fake leather for their shoes.
Oh, good.
Rainbow families hoping that they'll be hallucinogenics, man.
They can call them skip trips. Yeah!
Ooh,
That was a good one.
Well played.
A little honk for you, Peas. I didn't get yours. Well, if they're being made by Adidas, you could assume that, if they don't sell, the kids that make them can eat them. That's not really true. Adidas has a good track record with that. All right, moving on. Next headline.
So the ashes of James Doohan have been smuggled aboard the International Space Station and hidden in the floor.
So here's the thing, kid.
James Doohan?
James Doohan is Scotty from Star Trek. And so this begs the joke of, hey, his ashes are there, but reality was his ashes were there 8 years ago and have already been dispersed because that's how Scotty works. All right, Captain, it'd take him about hours to do that, and then he'd do it in 20 minutes, and everybody be like, wow, Scotty is badass. Scotty's just a liar, all right? And then his ashes are in space. He's the first liar's ashes that have ever gone to space. He's not an engineer, although he was a badass World War II fucking veteran. I think he killed like 85 Nazis and was a spy. But and then I'm going to do some acting. That's how it was in World War II. After you killed a bunch of people, you just say, I think I'm going to go do this. And it was so much easier than killing people, you were able to do it.
But was it as much fun?
That's our problem today. If we had a war that we could kill a bunch of people in, me and Argus Fox would be really super famous comedians because it would be so much easier than killing people.
We could go do the USO shows. They'd love us overseas.
Yeah, but it's awful. It's not fair that there's not enough fucking foreign people for you and I to kill to become famous after we're done killing them.
War is good for the economy, and the entertainment industry that we are leading here at Hypercube Labs, we definitely would like a piece of that economy. So send it to us at patreon.com/hypercube. And our next headline.
Argus Fox, what group
population
of
of blue
people would
whales
you
has been
kill
found
to help
in the
my
ocean?
comedic career?
I'm sorry, I was listening I was listening to our executive producer telling us the next headline.
Yeah, Peas.
Yeah, but I'm curious to what ethnic group or group of people you would kill to help promote my career further down my life. And when you're done telling me yours, I will tell you what group of people I would kill so that you could then at some point in time have more fame than what we already have.
Was it fame? You said career.
Well, whatever, whatever, you replace it with whatever you want, but who would you kill to have it?
Probably Chechnya.
Yeah.
That seems
Man, that's a good
about
choice.
fair enough.
They're Slavic,
Yeah. It's easy. And we would never we would permanently have an excuse to never do Scoops McNews guy again because we haven't heard from
he'd
him
be
in
dead.
forever. I can't
Yes, they
believe
can't.
because that's what I put on. That's what I was hoping that you had picked up earlier on the social media webnet drops that I gave you. Is that today's remote satellite location reporting was going to be exclusively from Scoops McNews guy. And yet I have not heard from Scoops McNews guy this entire time. So let's read this next headline in memoriam. All right. Esther 6, nice and loud.
You want the same one again? Or
Yeah, because unfortunately I didn't hear it.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So, a new population of blue whales has been found hiding in the Indian Ocean.
What happened to you, Peas? What did you get?
I'm thinking about how the Indian people have all them blue gods, and then the blue whale shows up in their ocean, and it makes me think about, well, maybe the blue whale was the gods to begin with.
I was working on. Your delight surprised me. I immediately went to negotiate trade with Japan for curry recipes. See, because that's what's funny. Because they're gonna eat them.
Yeah, but Japanese people don't make curry, so that's
They would make it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They don't.
Yes, they
curry's
do.
For Indian people.
And they live in
Japanese
India.
people don't know
The
it.
Indians are asking the Japanese, do you have a blue whale curry recipe? And they're like, yeah, we can totally facilitate that because we eat whales.
All right,
That's the
good.
joke.
Now that you've explained it, I feel it's
All right,
funny.
next headline. What do you got?
I'm still laughing about that. Whale curry. Okay, the 900 rotisserie chickens were given to homeless people in Montreal for Christmas.
And that's nothing to spit roast about. Yeah! Yeah! What you got, Peas?
He gave 900 chickens to homeless people in Montreal,
Yes.
and they don't expect the egg market to crash with all the free eggs released on the market? That's just bad economics.
Yeah, tearing it up. Reverend Peas on the funny wagon, totally making sure that our acoustic bandwidth across the area, Peas, those pylons you were cracking open, they're going to reverberate special harmonic frequencies that are going to collide with the comedy waves that we're generating right now. And you, man, wow. You're bouncing. All right, one more headline.
Alrighty. The Tel Aviv Stock Exchange has launched a cannabis index.
It's the first time.
Jews get in the weed market. What a big surprise.
Yeah, Peas is taking it home.
So here's the thing, kid. According to the Auxiliary Research Vessel's logs, in 7 minutes we're going to have to initiate some kind of seismic resonance using our TELSA machine to try to resonate with the pylons in the immediate area. So I'm going to have to do my apology very quickly and then get off the air so that I can conduct these important research activities that the Patreons that pay for us every month to do this radio show want to know what these scientific experiments will result and yield. So I have little and hardly any time left to do this radio report before I must get back to the important science that we are conducting here in the Lake Mead recreational area regarding pylon research and not thinking. Fox, can you still hear me?
What?
Damn, we may have lost contact with home base. In that case, I'm going to go right into my apologies for those of you across North and South America, Europe, Canada, and Australia that can still hear me. We are in Auxiliary Research Vessel 1. We are in the location where pylons have been appearing simultaneously, and we have destroyed as many as we have seen to ascertain that they are indeed truly pylons that should have appeared and completed pylon rectification that we have also stringently asked to have happen through hypercubism. By not thinking, we have brought about this magnificent, positive circumstance, and I cannot believe that I even need to apologize for smashing pylons, but yet I will. The show is almost over, kids, and it's time to keep doing the science that you pay for every month with your Patreon contributions to make sure that Auxiliary Research 1 is at the forefront of every pylon scientific discovery and every UFO discovery in the northwest, southeast aspects of North America and the northern parts of South America. We are there. That's all, kids. What a show. What a crazy, whacked out scientific show that we've done. We're doing research. There's research noises being made. You can hear fans running. We are conducting experiments. Electricity is being generated. My dog is exhausted from sniffing out pylons in the desert. Look at him sleeping there. Oh, the poor boy. He must have found 50 pylons today. He is quite the searcher. And he also has never paid more than $4.98 for sunglasses. And he did eat his parents. But he's a dog, so it's probably not that bad of a thing.
These people are eating their parents too. Reverend Fanboy, Lord Burke, Dr. Cosmac, Reverend Red, Michael Marcus, Dr. Trench, Scalpod, Count Sloth, Caller 23, I'm a Subgenius, Apostle X Fenord, Long Dead, Brother Other, Martha Artha, and Dr. Ellis at Freethink Radio, Agent Lloyd, Reverend Richard Negative, and Hazel the Windmills, and Katana 007, and Reverend Loch Ness, and Blings, and everybody over. I should just go through the whole Discord list. Like Clay Ghoul, and Elvis Martini, and Chowabunga, everybody that's on the Dobscourt system. You know, it's been a good year for Hypercube. It's it's the good kind of hurt. And if you want to help support hurting me, go to patreon.com/hypercube and stay tuned for the next show exclusively on freethinkradio.com, which is Reverend Fox's Chopping Block. Pease, you got anything for the kids? You got something for the kids?
I got something for the kids. Kids, when you're thinking about research and you want to be a junior scientist like me and my mentor, Dr. Ivan Stang, you need to remember something. If it wasn't for your contributions to this auxiliary research vessel, we might not be out here right now doing the research that you'd like to be doing. So if you'd like extensive, comprehensive reports like you've gotten tonight on Freethink Radio, and you'd like to get them from the main show of Free Think Radio, from which all other shows have kind of taken the name of and made a little twist of. But this is the fount of Free Think Radio on its rebirth. It's time for the show, not it's, this Friggin' Friday. No, we were first, and they all were birthed from our creativity, and they all jumped onto our bandwagon. So if you want to get your source of science and knowledge and sub-genius information from Auxiliary Research One, the only way to do that is to become a Patreon and Patreon our show, which has given birth to all these other okay shows, not as good, but still on our Free Think Radio, so they're okay. But whatever, we might even get a bigger show if you contributed more money to our show. That's what we need. We need more money for our show so that somebody else is inspired, even more importantly, by our show to make an even better show than those other shows that they show on Free Think Radio that aren't as good as our shows, but they are kind of homages to our show, so it's okay. And that's our show, kids. We'll see you next week from Auxiliary Research One.
All right, Peas, we'll see you next time. And yes, you are still listening to freethinkradio.com. Chopping Block is next. If you watch it on YouTube, now's the time. Go to freethinkradio.com and click the Time for the Show button to join the Discord. We'll see you in a minute.
No